get out my city, cause my city killer. Trips to Anguilla, far from jungles with gorillas. I gotta make it for the simple fact I'm not a quitter. Rest in peace to Terry Berry, one real nigga. Whole lot of niggas hate like racism, so I dive inside my own dreams for escape.
All right.
It's gotta be a better way. I need some better days instead of red tape with blood stains where bodies lay. I seen a nigga get arrested just yesterday.
Okay.
Chest not checking, so it's called a case.
Yeah.
The streets is not
Here we go.
game.
Here we go. I am back. This is yet another episode of Happily Enraged, the podcast. And decided that during my off time when I was thinking about how I want to approach this show today, this broadcast today, I said, presentation is everything. And it's important that if you're going to do a broadcast where you're espousing information and opinions and things of that nature, you need to look articulate, intelligent, and trustworthy. That's why I have on a jacket, a white shirt, and some glasses. Now, does the jacket, the white shirt, and the glasses make me automatically articulate, intelligent, and trustworthy? No, because I'm barely any one of those three things. But if you're just watching with the sound down, you're like, okay, he probably knows what he's talking about. What you don't know is I have on no pants. But who needs to know that? That's not really important. I'm no different than a lot of newscasters when they're reading those serious stories to you. They have on a jacket, they have on a tie, they have on a shirt, and some fucking Nike gym shorts. Okay, now the other thing I said I wasn't going to do, I said I wasn't going to use foul language. And the reason I'm not going to use foul language, I'm going to attempt to do 60 minutes of not using foul language. I'm going to attempt to do this because I slipped up and told my mother that I'm doing a podcast. Now, me and my mom got a pretty cool relationship, but I'm borderline boomer, okay? And that means that I grew up in an era where people still respected their parents. I know that's a thing of the past now. I know that's something this generation knows nothing about, but I grew up in an era where you still had to respect your parents. So knowing that at some point, it ain't gonna be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be next week. My mama gonna see this broadcast. And just knowing, she could be one out of a million people to see it. But just knowing that she's watching, certain words I can't say. And it is what it is. And it's probably better for me to try to clean up my act some because I do cuss a lot. And I'm trying to get better with it. And it ain't got nothing to do with morality or anything like that. I just feel like as a brand, it's better if I clean up my act somewhat because I am so distasteful in so many other ways and so many other aspects of my personality. At least they can say, well, he's a-hole, but at least he uses nice language. Today's topics on Happily Enraged, the podcast, include but are not limited to, if you're a boomer and you know it, clap your hands. Nobody is qualified. This is topic number 2 when it comes to the booming business of relationship counseling. Topic number 3, I'm glad to be not so famous. Topic number 4, man law. Topic number 5, it's impossible to be my friend. I have too many hang-ups. And topic number 6, loving Satan and Richard is nobody's business. And I did substitute Richard for the word I had in there first, which is a nickname that a lot of men named Richard are called. But again, I'm trying to clean up my act. Loving Satan and Richard is nobody's business. All right, so let's get to it. I was kind of torn on where I wanted to start at. Oh, and let me address my 2 missing co-hosts, Marvin Hunter and comedian Lav Love. Those 2 fine gentlemen could not make it tonight. So, I'm flying solo dolo, but it's all good. It's what I do. My name is comedian special K. Douglas or Carl Douglas, whatever you want to call me. I'm all of those people. I'm a syndicated radio personality. I'm a comedian. I'm a writer. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a lover. I'm a friend. 3 of those things aren't true, but I'll let you figure out which ones. Let's get to it. Today's topic. If you're a boomer and you know it, clap your hands. I'm not quite a boomer, but hey guys, I'm now the show producer is off mic, but can they hear you? You know what a boomer is? You know what a boomer? Boomers are people that were born between the years of 1946 to 1964. That's what a boomer is. So when you hear people talk, and you hear young people talking about boomers, they're talking about people that were born between the years of 1964 and 1946. Now, if you are a boomer and you know it, there's things that boomers do. And my kids call me boomer, even though I'm not quite a boomer yet. My kids call me boomer when they're trying to be, for lack of a better term, a-holes. Now the kids I'm talking about, I don't want no misconception here. I don't want people to think I'm talking about 6 or 7 year olds. That would be ass whooping time. But the kids I'm talking about are from my youngest, who's 17, my middle two, who are 19 and 22, and my oldest in the house, who's 26. And then I have an older one, older than that, is 31. But that's neither here nor there. It's my relatively grown kids that refer to me as, hey, boomer. And at first I thought it was kind of a cute nickname. I'm like, oh, they came up with a nickname for me. They call me boomer. You know, I didn't know it had significance. Then I dug a little deeper and I found out they're insulting me. And there's things that boomers do that irritate young people that are in the house or in their situation. And anybody who's between those ages of being born between 1946, that's going way back. 1940, that make you about, what, 80, 90? I don't know. I was never good at math. But that's pretty old. But for the people who's born in the 60s, you're a boomer, pretty much, to these millennials. Things boomers do to irritate young people. You look at your daughter's friends and you say things like, look at you, looking all grown up. Of course she looks grown up. She's 24. She was like 7 the last time you saw her. Of course she grew up. What, do you think she was going to revert back to an infant? Yeah, of course she's grown up. And these 24-year-old girls know what you're talking about when you say, look at you looking all grown up. You sound very R. Kelly-ish. Don't say that. Don't ever say to your daughters or your nieces or your whatever friend, don't ever say to no 20-something-year-old girls that's brought by some member of your, don't ever say you're looking all grown up. They know what the hell you're talking about. You're being creepy. You're being creepy, and they know it, they feel it, and now it's awkward. Stop talking about all the things you didn't have to have fun when you was their age. They don't like that. They don't care that you didn't have to have a game of Nintendo PS5, a PS5. They don't care that you didn't have to have a cell phone. They don't care that you didn't have to have internet. They don't care that you didn't have to have Fire Stick. They know you didn't have none of this. They don't give a... It's going to be so hard for me not to...
That you had to walk to school. They don't care.
Yeah, they don't care that you had to walk to school because you couldn't get dropped off. They don't care. They don't care about all this stuff. When you start telling your stories about, oh yeah, we used to have to draw on the street with chalk and play hopscotch. We used to have to play freeze tag because nobody had toys. We used to have to. They don't give a flying. They don't care. They want to get on their PS5, make TikTok videos, and think about how great it is to not be you. All right? So stop it, boomer. Stop it. They don't want to hear that. You're boring the hell out of your 17-year-old when you start telling them stories. Stop talking about how you used to have to cook your food when you was coming up. You was hungry. You had to cook. You had to put stuff on the stove. You had to take out a pot. You had to put it in the pot. You had to put it in the pan. You had to preheat the oven. You had to stick it on a tray. You had to put it in the oven. You had to put the microwave popcorn. I mean, well, you didn't have microwave popcorn. You didn't have microwave. It was 1971. So they don't care that you had to cook. They got microwave, and they ain't got time to wait. They got 4 minutes. They got a microwave, but they got an air fryer, which I still don't understand how that works. Nobody has explained to me how the hell an air fryer works. We got one. I'm scared of it. I'm not even gonna lie. That's another sign I know I'm a boomer. I'm afraid of the air fryer. I don't fool with it. I'm like when it comes to the air fryer, I'm like, if you was to find a dude down in the Amazon somewhere who had never been exposed to technology and you put him in front of a microwave, he gonna be real like nervous and apprehensive about getting close to it because it's gonna make a noise. It's gonna have lights going off. It's gonna freak him out. That's how I am with the air fryer. I don't go near it. I know that I've eaten stuff that came out of it. I can hear it. I can see it. I ain't touching it. I'm not touching. I'm struggling really. I'm just trying not to. Okay, boomers. These are things that you do to irritate the young people in your house. Here's something else you do. Stop talking about how your mama didn't never take you to McDonald's except on special occasions. These 17, 18-year-olds, they don't care that you never got to go to McDonald's unless it was a special occasion. They knew that your parents didn't properly plan to have you. They knew that your parents didn't have no money. They knew that grandma and grandpa was messed up financially when you was a kid and couldn't take care of you barely. They knew that you only went to McDonald's on special occasions. So what if they go to a fast food restaurant literally every other day or every day if they feel like it? It's a different world now. They got money. They doing their thing. They go to Zaxby's, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell when they feel like it. They don't care. When I was in ninth grade, we only went to McDonald's on Easter, and like they don't care. They don't care. So stop telling them. Stop getting upset when you hear your teenage girls calling their friends bruh. That's just something they do. Teenagers call each other bruh. The girls call each other bruh. My 19-year-old, her boyfriend calls her bruh. She calls him bruh. It's just something they do. Don't be telling them, oh, that's disrespectful. You shouldn't refer to a female as bruh. Stop it. Let them kids do what they want to do. Let them talk to each other how they want to talk to each other. You're not a part of their world. So stop trying to be a part of their world. Just leave it alone. Stop stressing about it. These are things, once again, that the boomers do to irritate young people. I'm a fan of the young people. Okay, I'm lying. I really don't like young people. I like my young people. I don't like anybody else outside of my house that's young. Okay, stop getting upset. Stop opening up TikTok accounts trying to do the dances that you think your kids are going to think you're cool if they see you doing these dances. That's not how that works. Okay, your kids, if they watching you dance, 9 times out of 10, they're laughing at you. And if they ask you to dance, they want their friends to laugh at you. Don't get it twisted. I don't care how long you've been working on that dance. And I don't care how good you think you got it. If you are 55 years old doing a dance that's popular with 17-year-olds, you look funny as hell doing it. That's why they got you doing it. They want you to do it on TikTok because they want other people to laugh at you doing it. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. You're too old for that. Don't do it. They're making fun of you. You look stupid. And they enjoy watching you look stupid. Don't get these kids twisted, man. They're not on your side, okay? These are things boomers do to irritate young people. Ladies, if you're over 40, single, and you're still showing up at All-Star Weekend, going to clubs, trying to attend celebrity parties and turn up, trying to get the VIP, look, stop it. And I'm not saying 40 is old. 40 is not old. 40 is still relatively young. However, you don't need to be hanging out in the club with 22-year-olds. It's not a fair fight, ladies. I'm just saying, I don't care how good you look for your age. 40 versus 22 is not a fair fight under any circumstances. It'll be like Floyd Mayweather fighting, I don't know, who's an old middleweight fighter. That's like 70. It's not a fair fight.
The golden boy now.
Yeah, the golden boy. What's his name?
Oscar De La Hoya.
Oscar De La Hoya. How old is Oscar De La Hoya? He's about
almost 50-something now.
50-something? Yeah. It's not a fair fight. Don't do it.
Sugar
don't do
Ray,
it.
you know.
Yeah, Sugar. It'll be like Floyd Mayweather fighting Sugar Ray Leonard right now, like this weekend. It's not a fair. And Sugar Ray was that dude in his prime. But come on, ladies, just like when you 43 now. You might still be fine. You still fine. You still look good in your But you got some House of Darion hanging up in your closet, and these young girls, they all at Pink Clove and Forever 21, and they doing what they do, and you don't need to be a part of that battle. I'm trying to save you from yourself.
What especially another thing, K. Douglas. Another thing is the women got shoes that slip on. Back then you had to strap them on.
Yeah,
they less to fight them older women. They can't take the shoes off.
Yeah,
like
if you get into a scrap with a young chick in the club, you gotta take time to unstrap your shoes, and it's a lot. It's just a lot going on, and you can get hit in certain places when you a little bit older that you might not be able to recover from as fast. Like these young girls, they get hit, they bounce right back up. They got strong stomach muscles. A lot of times in your 40s, them stomach muscles done gave out. You know what I mean? Unless you're a fitness guru, them stomach muscles done gave. You can't take that gut punch. You can't take that Alizé bottle to the back. Like it's just. So, and I'm not promoting hitting women without. Okay, look, I'm off topic right now. The last thing. Stop talking about how the girls didn't act wild. These are for the boomers. Stop chastising these girls when you're looking at these videos and you're seeing the entertainers that these young girls look up to, the Cardi B's, the City Girls, the Megan, stop saying that girls wasn't wild when you was young. We had hoes in the 80s. Don't get it twisted. We had hoes. It was hoes in the 70s. It was hoes in the 80s. It was hoes in the 60s. Who you think Dr. King then was for? Okay, I almost said a word, and I'm trying not to say a word. But you trust me, the after party of them civil rights marches was off the chain. It was stuff going down. After that long march to Selma, it was a turn up somewhere at a juke joint. And there was some hoes in the mix. It was all hoes been around as long as people been around. So don't start talking about how girls didn't act wild when you was in high school. They did. We just didn't record it because we didn't have recording devices. All right. So that's it for things that the boomers do. Nobody is qualified. Let me talk about nobody is qualified. Okay. Do you what? No, just show me the note. Shit. Just tell me the note. Do you? I'm trying to read a note from just come on around here. We not even gonna act like this is nigga. This ain't the Daily Show. Do you want to? Oh, yeah, shit, yeah. We can do that. We can do that. This nigga creeping around like we on NBC or something. Like this the fucking Tonight Show. It's a podcast. Like, ain't no. I mean, I know. We're trying to be, but at the same time, I couldn't see that shit you had wrote. Like for real, you could have texted me that, and I would have been like, okay.
trying to do right, boss.
It's impossible. Nobody's qualified. Now, I want to get into this before I take a break. Nobody's qualified. Actually, we might not take a break. What we breaking for? We ain't got no damn sponsors. Hell, we ain't got no sponsors. No, I'm not telling no secrets. This is a brand new podcast. I ain't got no sponsor, so I ain't got no reason to break. What I'm breaking for?
I thought maybe you want to, get your thoughts together, but you good.
Get my thoughts together? No, I'm just going to roll on through it. Because I got bubble guts, so I need to go on through so that when I finish this, I can handle what I need to handle down the hall.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
All right, you feel me? All right.
All right, then.
Speaking of being a boomer, when you get to be a little older, bro, you got to handle situations when they arise.
You got to know when they make the breaks, what they call road stop.
Yeah, ain't no, you got to deal with that. So nobody's qualified, and the reason I'm calling this segment "Nobody's Qualified." When it comes to the booming business of these relationship counselors, and relationship counselors, this is the new drug dealer. Like, relationship counselors is the new prosperity pastor. Like, relationship counseling is a big, booming business. And it's been in the news a lot for the last couple weeks because of that Derrick Jackson dude. The dude from Instagram and Facebook who was giving relationship advice in the car. And he was giving his relationship advice in the car. He was recording himself in the car and telling dudes they ain't shit. And I knew I was going to cuss. telling dudes they trifling or whatever, and telling women you need to watch out for these dudes. And then he got caught up in the mix. Got caught doing his own situations, you know. And I was talking about this yesterday with a female friend of mine, and I wanted her opinion about this. I knew I wanted to talk about this. I wanted her opinion coming from the perspective of a single black female, never been married, been in several relationships, has many friends that are married, both male and female. I wanted to get her opinion on this, and she's also not that invested in social media. She's not one of these people that lives and dies on social media. And in the course of our conversation, when I was telling her who this guy was, what the whole controversy around him was, in the course of the conversation, she said something very interesting. Because I said one of the things that stuck out when he got busted was that he was taking women to his crib and smashing them at his house. And she says back to me, she said, okay. I said, I said, that doesn't surprise you? She said, no. I said, wait a minute. I said, is this a thing? Is this a thing that niggas, that guys are out here doing? She said, I know, I got friends who do it on a regular. I'm like, what in the fiddle faddle is going on here? Okay, I got a break from. I got a break from my not cussing. What the fuck is you niggas doing? Y'all really taking women to your house? They doing this now? Is this a generational thing? Because boomers ain't doing that. I know ain't no boomers doing. Why do y'all think Holiday Inn Express exists? Where do you think the inspiration for Hampton Inn, Fairfield Inn, Days Inn, Roadway Inn, Red Roof Inn, Masters Inn, Super 8, all of them.
Extended stay.
It was all inspired from, well, extended stay came from crackheads and niggas getting out the halfway house.
Yeah.
But all the other hotels and motels, y'all think that they were created because of people going on vacation. No, that's secondary. The main reason for hotels existed is side chicks. I could not believe this when she said that amongst her peer group, and she's early 40s, amongst her peer group, women are going to dudes' houses and getting smashed. To me, and I said, well, wait a minute. She said, well,
old ladies at work?
Dude, she said, I got guys. She said she had a couple of guy friends who explained to her that, hey, the reason I do it like that is because, I don't necessarily, one, he want the chick to see how he living. Two, he don't want to have some hotel receipt or something slip up in his email or on his credit card statement or something. I said, wait. So you're more concerned about a hotel receipt popping up in your email than you are about your wife coming home unexpectedly and walking up and there's a whole bitch laying up in her bed.
Eating grapes. Getting ready to get fed grapes.
I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take my chances with the hotel receipt.
Right.
I can work around that. Hypothetically,
somebody else. I bet one of my boys got put out.
Hypothetically speaking, of course, I could work with a Holiday Inn Express receipt popping up in my email and you saw it on the laptop. Well, I can deal with that way better than I can explain this chick that's getting out the shower as you walking through the door because you came home a day early from your mama house in Macon. I'm just saying, like these some different type dudes out here.
But I gotta admit now the boomers are messing up too. I got a friend working at the hospital. She said lately the crave has been older women, 60 and 70 women, 70-year-old women coming in with gonorrhea and syphilis because their old mans are messing around with younger girls and not being protected. She said that's a big crave now.
Wait a minute. I did not even know gonorrhea and syphilis was still a thing. That thing still exists. People still corona. Getting burnt.
It's called corona now.
What the hell? People still getting burnt out here? Bruh.
If it's hot, you get burnt.
I'm not going to lie, man.
You get burnt.
And I think every dude has earned a Purple Heart at some point in his life. I got mine when I was 18. I ain't going to lie. I earned a Purple Heart when I was 18. And the kitty cat was so good, I ain't even going to lie. After I cleared up and waited a week, I went right back to it. I jumped back in the hot box.
So look, go get checked. You got to get checked too.
That thing, I took a chance. I took a chance. I went right back in the hot box. But that's the difference between being 18 and being 58 or 48, whatever. When you get older, You get wiser. You never do that. But I didn't know that was a thing right now.
Yes.
But dude, I'm just saying, if you're gonna go out here and you're gonna have these situations going on, and I'm speaking purely to the people who do this kind of thing, but because of course, I would not be speaking of myself because I don't have those kind of issues in my life, in my marriage, in my situation. I'm virtuous. But what I would say, guys, not only do you not take her to your house, you don't even supposed to tell her the real county or city you live in. If you in the Atlanta area, if you live in College Park, you tell this heifer you live in Alpharetta. Like, you don't even give her you don't even give her a neighboring zip code if she is your side, bruh. Are you kidding me? Really? But anyway, back to the title, Nobody's Qualified. So this Jackson guy, the other thing that bothered me about him, he's giving this relationship advice. The Kevin Samuels dude, I actually like Kevin. I like his stilo. I like the way he's doing his thing. He's giving relationship advice, but mainly he's focused on dealing with women and helping them understand themselves. But he's doing it from a setting that looks like, okay, this nigga might know what he's talking about. Now, it could be just a set. It could be just some shit sitting around that looks classy. Because this is, he is hailing from Atlanta, which is, the scam capital of America. So it could all be theatrical, but it looks good. This Derek Jackson dude, the reason I got an issue with him, this nigga giving advice from the car. That means that the only investment he had to make was in a $6 phone clip that goes in your vent that you can get at any Big Lots right up there by the register. He clipped that bitch in, put his phone in there, and he get to talking. Now, the other question I have is, what kind of car are you in? I need to know if you giving top-notch relationship counseling from your car. I need to know what kind of car this is. Because when I look at the videos, I can't really tell. I can't really tell from the interior because he's a big dude, so he blocking the seat. I can't really tell because if you are in a certain type of car, I'm not listening to shit you got to say. If you are in a Nissan Sentra, you can't really, as a grown-ass man, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with a Nissan Sentra. My 22-year-old daughter has a nice 2019 Nissan Sentra she bought brand new. It's a beautiful, cute little car for her. But she ain't a grown-ass man giving relationship advice. She a 22-year-old girl that got it when she was 20. All right? And that's the appropriate vehicle for her. I need to know what kind of car Derek Jackson is driving. Because if you're driving the right type of whip, I can almost forgive you for your indiscretions. Because at least, I can respect the fact that you're doing this from a Maserati. You're doing it from some other car that is suitable for you to be given. I'm just saying, maybe it's just me. I don't know.
But if the headliner is sagging on the other side of the car, we can't see that.
That's another issue. If you got a sagging headliner, and we're not talking about comedians, I'm talking about the roof of your car, the over the top of your head. If that shit hanging down, you got tacks in the back of it holding it up. You are also not qualified to be giving nobody advice about nothing until you get your life all the way together. Now, the title is Nobody is Qualified. And I'm gonna put a cap on this with this. Kevin Samuels' business is booming. Derek Jackson business is booming. Rebecca Lynn Pope business is booming. All these people businesses are booming because nobody is really qualified to answer these questions y'all got. We got all these people out here, women trying to figure out how to handle men trying to figure out how to handle women, married folks trying to figure out how to handle their marriage, single folks trying to figure out how to be single. The reason the business is booming because nobody has the answer. Nobody can tell you how to run and manage the things that's going on in your life. There's nobody. I think I am a marriage expert on my marriage because I've been married 23 years. I've been with my wife 27 years. I know this situation inside out, upside down, left to right, okay, top to bottom. I know this situation that I'm in. Now, I can give some general advice to some friends, and I have. I got younger friends that come to me, they be like, yo, man, I'm thinking about, getting engaged. I'm thinking about I can give you some general advice. I can give you some general tips. What you got?
Think about it this way now. This is the way to think about it. I never thought about it. I broke it down to be that was a scientist. He said in nature, the human male and the human female is the only one in nature that's considered to stay together for life.
Right.
Any other mammal that's a mammal
Right.
is not considered to stay together for life.
And let's address that.
The elephant has a herd. The lion has a den. The bull has a herd.
Let's address that. The whole issue of monogamy. Because this is where it all breaks down. It all comes back down to cheating. Everybody, this is the number one thing on everybody's list that's the deal breaker, cheating. For me, that's not the number one thing because in 27 years, let's say if I find out tomorrow that in year 12, my wife had 2 or 3 jump-offs dudes. In year 12, just a random year. And now it's 14, 15 years later, and I find out about this.
2 or 3 though?
2 or 3. And for whatever reason, in that year, she just had activity going on. In that year, for whatever reason, she was getting it in. You know, I don't know whether maybe I was fucking up. Maybe I was doing. I don't know.
At least you didn't get burnt.
But in year 12. 3 dudes got to the prize. That's 1 dude every 3 months, which really don't qualify you for whole status, to be honest. But let's just say that happened, and let's say she wants to get it off her chest. She don't want to take that to the grave. She want to let me know that this happened. Honestly, dude, it don't change nothing. It don't change nothing. It don't change a damn thing for where we at right now. It don't matter. Honestly, and dudes trip when I say this. If she told me, hey, man, last January, I went on a girls' trip. We went to, Denver, Colorado. We went to a ski lodge. Ran into this dude that I used to know in college, and we had a one night. And I've been guilty. I've been holding on to it. It was a one-night thing. You know what I want to know? Was his Richard bigger than mine? That's all I need to know. I need to know that. That's what I need to know. Like that's all. Like
was it swinging?
And did it touch your lips? Did you put it in your mouth? Right. And was it bigger than me?
Did he do things?
If the answer to both of those questions is no, we can probably get past that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not even gonna lie, bro.
Well, even if after all them years, if it's still fitting for you, I wouldn't care if the Richard was bigger. If it's still fitting for you after all them years,
right? Because the reason if it wasn't that much more because she came back.
But if she told you it was bigger,
now if she told me,
it's gonna hurt your feelings.
Because
so if she don't tell you and it's still fitting good, I wouldn't break it.
You gotta at least lie to me and say, oh no, no way. Now, in my case, she wouldn't be that expressive about it. She would be like, no, boy, you good.
Well, let's honestly look at it from a man perspective.
Okay.
How many women have you dated that had a man when you was dating her, but you took her from a man, or she said, I was dating.
Exactly. So what's the difference?
What's the difference?
Unless you was the first one.
Right.
Unless you was her only one.
Virgin hunter.
I'm just saying, what is the difference? And monogamy, in that sense, is kind of silly. Now, I would be more upset. Now, if let's say me and my wife, okay, and I'm not saying my actual marriage, I'm saying for the sake of argument, me and my wife together, 20 years. We got a business. We built this business. We netting $500,000 to $1 million a year. We doing good in this business, whatever the business is. She's my business partner. We doing great, and we living our best life. She's been completely faithful to me this entire 20 years. Have never strayed. But I find out that she's been embezzling money from the company and taking care of somebody in her family that I don't know about.
Like Shaq White?
Or some friend. She's been financing some friend venture that I don't know nothing about. And I'm trying to figure out, like,
that doesn't benefit y'all.
Yeah, that doesn't benefit us. I would be way more upset than if I found out you screwed somebody.
Right.
Because if you screw somebody, I ain't losing shit.
Right.
You just gave up some ass. I mean, okay, it happened. You gave up some ass. I'm pretty sure you as tired of this thing as I'm tired of your thing. I'm pretty sure you needed something new. Anything you do for 20 straight years, you get tired of it. You watch the same TV show for 20 years. You get after what? Look, I watched American Idol for about the first 3 seasons. That shit got old after that. I lasted 3 seasons. The last one I remember was Frenchie Davis. And I think who won? I think Clegg won that. I don't know. But I got uninterested after the year 4. Most things are like that. You get uninterested in it after a while. Let me tell you something. When I was 35, let's just say, and let's say it was the year 2006, I don't know, and I was looking at this 2006 Ferrari. This 2006 Ferrari or Corvette was something I just had to have, a 06. If I had got a 2006 Corvette in 2006, I'd have been the happiest dude ever. But here it is, 2021. If I'm still driving that 2006 Corvette, I'm sick of that shit. I'm sick of it. I done drove the fuck out of it.
New models done came out now.
Yeah, new models done came out. The body styles done changed. The interior looked better. I done had to replace the transmission.
It went from a hard top to a soft top.
I'm just saying, man, that and you know what that's called? Women would say that's called being I done started cussing. Women would say that's called being an a-hole. But nature would say, but biology would say that's human nature. That's human nature.
That's human nature. You
just get tired of things. And now, again, I'm not relating that to my personal situation. I'm not tired of nothing. Everything in my situation is it's brand new all over again. But I'm just saying, nobody's qualified to give relationship advice that goes beyond general. And the general advice I give to guys, here's the general advice I give to guys. And I've given it to several younger guys that look to me for counsel because they're like, man, you one of the only people I know that's been married as long as you have been. And so the general advice I give them is, hey, man, if she's not your true friend, outside of sex, outside of it, if y'all can't drive from the East Coast to the West Coast and back, and never run out of things to talk about, and not have, even if it's the week that she on her cycle, y'all can't have sex. All y'all can do is talk, laugh, listen to music, whatever. I said, if you can't do that with her, she ain't the one for you.
That's right.
She ain't the one for you.
Right.
Because if you and her are not friends, if you can't share stuff with her, secrets about what your uncle did to you when you was 6 and all that kind of stuff. Don't act like ain't nobody uncle touched her when they was 6.
I'm not mine.
No, okay, not mine either. Not mine either, but I'm saying a lot of uncles done, them uncles, man. I'm just saying. All right, but.
But you're right. I tell any young man.
If she is not your friend.
Well, you said make sure you can deal with her on her administration.
Yeah.
If you can deal with that, now maybe y'all can get along because when that, you start dating.
Because you ain't gonna always be screwing.
That's right.
You ain't gonna screw 7 days a week.
Yeah.
24/7. There's gonna be some time where you gonna have to just talk to her.
Yeah.
And if y'all don't have nothing to talk about, if y'all can't laugh at some of the same thing, it's not gonna work, man. Because you gonna get real stressed out and wore out and tired.
And be friends afterwards, it's not gonna work.
It ain't gonna work, man.
You gonna hold a grudge, you don't need to.
All right, so I'm gonna leave the nobody is qualified. I'm gonna leave it right there when it comes to relationship counseling. Man law. I'm gonna talk about man law. You know why I'm talking about man law? Because there's a lot of men out here breaking the law. A lot of men I see every day just breaking laws, doing things that are not appropriate for men to do. Let me give you some examples of man law. And it's not all related to, when people start talking about man law violations, they always relate it to gay stuff. And it's not about gay stuff. That has a little bit to do with it, but it's not always about that. Some things are just inappropriate between two men. If your boy tells you about something tragic that just happened to him, your first response can't be, "Aw." You can't say that. You can never say, "Aw," to another man. It's inappropriate and it creates an awkward situation. And that's pretty much what a man law violation is. A man law violation is any word, action, or phrase that takes place between two men that makes the other man feel awkward. You cannot make direct eye contact with your barber when he's lining up your facial hair. When your barber leans in to line up your goatee or your beard, you cannot just look him straight in his eyes. And, y'all can't lock eyes. I don't care how long you've been cutting your hair. 10 years, 20 years, 5 years. Bruh, when that man leans down, you and another grown man, y'all can't lock eyes. It's just inappropriate. If you go to sleep on another dude's couch. Let's just say you at your boy's crib, y'all watching the game, whatever, drinking a couple of beers, and you fall asleep. You have to stay stretched out. You cannot curl your knees up on another man's couch. It's a weird, just like you can't ball up and just curl your knees up under yourself. You got to stay stretched out. You got to lay back and just stay stretched out on that couch. In that same vein, if another dude falls asleep on your couch and it's a little drafty in your spot, let's just say you live in a loft maybe, and it's, between seasons, it's a little drafty in there. If another dude falls asleep on your couch, unless it's your teenage son or nephew, you cannot come out and put a blanket on top of him. If that's just your homeboy. Now, you could throw this nigga a blanket. You can say, hey, man, you want this blanket? But you got to be aggressive about it. You can't be like, hey, you want a blanket because you look cold? No. And you definitely can't go and gingerly lay it on him and make sure that all his body is covered. Like, if you do that, y'all pretty much go together. I'm just saying, y'all pretty much go together. You cannot get mad at another dude for not remembering your birthday. Unless it's your brother, And even then, you can't get mad if y'all like 38. You can't get mad and just like have an attitude and be like, he called you and you don't answer the phone and like, he called, like it's your birthday on June 12th. He called you on the 14th, be like, yo, dude, what's up? You trying to go shoot some hoop? And you be like, whatever. Be like, damn, nigga, you trying to go shoot some hoop? What? No, not really. Damn, bro, what's wrong? What's going on? Oh, you calling me today? You didn't call me on my birthday? Like, bro. No. You can't do that. You can't catch an attitude with a dude for not remembering your birthday. If a woman, if your dude's girl knows you and she comes to you, I don't know how this happens, but she ends up talking to you about something trifling that he did. Under no circumstances can you co-sign with her that it was trifling. I don't care if she come to you and say, well, Derek, Tony slept with my sister. You got to be like, nah, he ain't do that. Yeah, he did. I caught him in the bed together. They was at our house. You got to be like, girl, it probably wasn't even him. Did you stay long enough to really identify him? Like, you gotta find some way to take up for your dude. Like, you cannot agree that your boy is being trifling. You gotta, no matter how trifling the situation is, you gotta stick up for your man. Now, the only exception would be, and even this has some gray area, if your boy is married to your sister, then you might could be like, okay, I'm going to talk to this nigga. But it got to be your younger sister. If he married to your older sister, she on her own. Fuck that. I'm just saying. You can never have sex in your homeboy's bed. Like, if y'all over to his crib for a gathering or something, and some whore comes through, and I use that term in this very specific sense, and you want to smash this chick, you can't screw it in your homeboy's bed. Now, on top of the bed, you can. All right. So I'm asking the background guy. So if you screw a chick on your homeboy bed, if they on top of the bed and don't get completely butt naked, that's acceptable? Like, if he don't take her shirt off and he don't take his shoes off, he just bending over, you can get away with it. Damn, I forgot my mama watching. Oh, Lord. Jesus. All right. Okay. So the only time you can have sex on your homeboy's bed, you definitely can't get under the covers. If you get under the covers on your homeboy sheets and you get completely naked with another woman, that is so disrespectful on a level that cannot even be qualified, because now your bodily fluids are mingling with it's just wrong. It's wrong on so many levels. You cannot do that. So Yeah, so we gonna leave that right there. We gonna leave that right there. You can't do that. If you and your boy at a church service and the pastor says everybody hold hands, y'all cannot clasp fingers. If you and your homeboy standing next to each other, y'all at church, and the pastor say, okay, everybody hold hands. Grab the hand of the person next to you. And you know how you reach down and grab the person's hand? If that's your homeboy, y'all can't lock fingers. Like you can lightly touch his hand so you can say to the Lord, okay, I'm touching his hand, but we can't lock fingers. Like that's just like Bo, I've been knowing you 20 plus years? Have we ever touched each other's hands? No.
We're not doing that.
And your back, you know what else? Your naked.
We're not engage our
Never. Like, and you know what else can't happen? You can't let your raw back skin touch another dude's raw back skin. No. Like, why would two dude backs ever touch? Why would two?
What reason? Unless you working outside or something.
Y'all fall out of a tree together and y'all land on each other. Like, you know what? And you know what else you can't do? This is continuing man law about it. There can never be a situation where you say to another man, stop that, I'm ticklish. You can't never tell another man, hey man, stop, I'm ticklish. Like what the hell is going on that you need to tell this man to stop because you ticklish? Okay, anyway.
Why is he touching you so
much? Yeah, exactly. Why is this going on? Why is this happening right now? Something done went astray.
How many places are you a person ticklish? Under your belly, under your arm?
Come on, man. Come on, man. Okay, so okay, let me get back to I need papers, man. You know what? When I come in and do this show next week, I'm gonna have papers because I'm old school. And I came up in I do radio. And on the radio show, I prepare things for my segments and for other parts of the show. And I'm used to, because I started the show in 2007, and I'm used to, pulling up stories, printing stuff out, and reading the stories off the paper. I miss that because ever since the iPad came out, now you just kind of work with. But I need papers. You need
papers. An old school notebook.
Yeah, I don't have to write anything, but I need to print stuff out because it just makes me feel more. I feel more comfortable when I print things out. Now, the last thing I want to get to, and I'm gonna lock it up with this. Now, there's two other things I said. I'm glad to not be famous. I'm gonna deal with that next time. And it's impossible to be my friend. I'm gonna deal with that next time. Loving Satan and Richard is nobody's business. I gotta get to this. Loving Satan, and I think we got about 7 or 8 minutes left. Loving Satan and Richard. So I don't know, and I don't like doing entertainment stories. I feel like that's kind of overdone. But this one in particular has sparked some interesting conversations, so I want to touch on it. Loving Satan and Richard. Now, the short name for Richard, as we all know, is our former vice president under George W. Bush. It's Dick. Lil Nas X, the Old Town Road rapper. Take me around through the Old Town Road. I want to ride till I can't no more. Everybody knows, everybody loves Lil Nas X. He came out after that song blew up and became the phenomenon that it was a couple years ago. And then he came out the closet and revealed that you're looking like you're surprised, sir. You didn't know that?
I just thought you about to say they found out he didn't have no dick. I didn't know
No. No, but he came out the closet and that caused a bit of a, little bit of a rump, little bit of a kerfuffle. And he came out, and then here in the last few days, he's come out with this. Supposedly, he did this new video to promote this new sneaker that he's pushing, and the sneaker is supposed to be a celebration of satanic worship, and it has a pentagram on the zipper or the top of the sneaker, and supposedly it has one drop of human blood in the sole of the shoe, and it's got 666 stitched on the side of it. And he did a music video to accompany the release of the sneaker. And it's very controversial right now because people are saying that he's coming out as a Satan worshiper.
But the shoe was designed by another shoe company that couldn't
Right.
get that to go across. So now they trying to attach him to it as an endorser of it. He didn't come up with the idea.
Right. The bigger situation here is the conversation that's come out of it, because like Cardi B made a big statement today about, she doesn't support him playing with God. She don't play with God. She talks about WAP. She talks about sex. She's free with her sexuality, but she don't play when it comes to God. Now, other people are making all kind of judgments on the man. We talked about it on the morning show. People are like, oh man, you don't do that. You don't talk about. Okay, my thing is loving Satan and Richard is nobody's business. The fact that he gay, I could not. I don't care less. Look, I don't know the man. Me and him ain't got no situation. Where he puts whatever he puts and where and what he puts in whatever he got
in his garage,
it ain't got a damn thing to do with me. If he loved Satan, I'm trying to figure out why the Christian folks getting so upset because of what this man like. That man's soul is his business. That wherever he going, whenever this is all over with, that's his business. Because quite honestly, don't nobody really know what's happening after all this is over with. We ain't supposed the damn nigga that done came out of that casket and said, man, y'all ain't gonna believe this shit.
Damn, boy, it's rough.
Man, like, nigga, I thought you died a week ago. I know, but I came on up out of it, climbed up out of it, and let me tell you, that conversation has never taken place.
Right.
All right? So none of us really know. But what I'm saying is, the bigger picture is, I think a lot of it is for hype. I think a lot of it is for, he's saying, I think I read something where he was saying that so many people were condemning him to hell for coming out, because he supposedly has a kid-friendly following. He supposedly has a lot of, people who like clean living and clean rapping and all that kind of stuff that are his fans, and that he disappointed them because he came out as a homosexual. And for them, that's like you ain't going to heaven, you homosexual. Okay, look, that ain't nobody's place to judge. And I said it on the air today, and it ruffled a little feathers, I think, on the air. I said, hey, man, if that man, let me tell you something. If that man got pictures of the devil, he did a video. I said, I thought the video was, from a creative standpoint, the video is amazing. From a visual standpoint, the video is like, it take you back to them when Hype Williams used to do videos back in the 90s, and you saw the crazy graphics and the crazy 3D and all that. Like, it's that kind of effect. Like, artistically, that video is dope. Like, if you just turn the music down, he's doing this thing when he's sliding down this, like, eternally long stripper pole that symbolizes him sliding into hell for his homosexuality. I don't know what the deeper meaning is. I ain't that smart, but I'm just saying.
Sound like an acid video.
Dude, that's what it is. It's like being on an acid trip. And it is really visually, I couldn't stop watching it. Yeah. I don't care that he was lap dancing on the devil. The shit don't affect me. Hell, I ain't in the video. So, God knows. I'm just curious. God knows.
Lap dancing on the devil.
I wasn't saying, yay, devil, my nigga, devil, yeah, devil.
Yeah, with a party down.
Go on, devil. I wasn't saying all that. I'm just watching like, damn, this shit is like, who made this video? This shit is dope. So, I think people just need to calm down. Don't worry about it. Don't get excited about it. Don't get bent out of shape. Don't tell your kids, oh, he's horrible, he's evil. The man just trying to get some attention. And in this day and age, you got to do a lot. You got to do a lot to get some attention in this day and age. You got to do a whole lot. I'm going to have sex with a goat next week, right here in front of this camera.
We won't be.
I'm trying to blow.
Peter ain't coming for us.
Hey, and even if I did that, the only way it would really make people get outraged if it was a male goat. They be like, hey man, they be like, hey look, they be like on the blog, they be like, hey man, you know that dude Special K, man, the comedian? He had sex with a goat live on his podcast. He put the goat right up on the table and had sex with it. They be like, oh man, for real? They be like, yeah, and it was a male goat. Oh my God, no! Like, wait a minute, y'all. So it's the fact that it's a male goat.
Male goat.
That's what threw y'all. That's what generated controversy.
So y'all been doing goats all the time.
Yeah. So if I did a female goat, it'd be like, oh yeah, okay, but I mean,
doing what we do.
Yeah, he was just doing what a nigga do. Like what the fuck? What is wrong with society? Sorry about that, Mom, but I'm just saying, like, people. This is how crazy we are. This is how absolutely nuts we are. in this society right now. So, to cap it all off, we talked about man law. We talked about boomers. We talked about relationship counseling from the car. I need to know what kind of car you're driving. We talked about loving Satan and Richard is nobody's business. We talked about all those things. And at the end of it all, what have you learned? Absolutely nothing. No, I'm just kidding. You may have learned something. We talked about monogamy. We talked about cheating. We talked about marriage. We talked about all of that. I think it was a fulfilling and interesting hour. I had fun. I look smart doing it. Why? Because I have on glasses, a jacket, and a white shirt. So, that being said, hopefully when I come back the next time for my next episode, I'll have my two co-hosts with me and we can have even more lively conversation on Happily Enraged, where I'm happy to be pissed off about everything. But I love it. That's me, K Douglas, man. You can follow me on my Instagram, Special K913, Facebook, Carl Douglas, Comedian Special K on Facebook, Twitter, Special K913 again. And, enjoy life, love life. Because it's the only one you got. It is what it is. I don't have nothing else profound to say. We're just going to fade to black.
And it's bound to forsake me.